Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduced from Grub H, will present the result of our group discussion about principle of assessment. Before we continue, we will introduce ourselves first. Introduce myself. My name is Atika Maulana, NPM 1904-0003.
Hello everyone, my name is Widya Helistiva Dewi, NPM 19040030. I'm from class 19A of English Education and I'm also from the H Language Assessment Group.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The first I want to introduce myself. My name is Wina Ramadami and you can call me Wina. I am from class 19A, NPM 19040021.
In order to keep the quality of assessment, there are some principles of assessment that must be known. There are validity, reliability, practicality, authenticity, and Westbeck as mentioned by Harris. 1. Validity. Validity refers to the appropriateness of a given test or any of its component parts as a measure of what it is purported to measure. A. Contact validity. Contact validity is how well the sample of test text represents the domain of text to be measured. B. Construct validity. Construct validity is how well test performs can be interpreted as a meaningful measure of some characteristics or quantity. And C. Phase validity. Phase validity refers only to the appearance of the test. And D. Criterion validity. Criterion validity is the extent to which the criterions of the test has actually been reached. Criterion related evidence describes how well the result of an assessment can be used to infer or predict an individual's standing on one or more criteria. 1. Concurrent validity. It concurrents the extent to which individual current on a criterion. 2. Predictive validity. It is concerned with how well scores on the assessment instrument predicts future score on a criterion. In the case of placement test, the test can predict the future success.
Okay, I want to read material. Number 2, reliability. Reliability refers to the consistency of measurement, that is, no consistent test score or other evaluation results are from one measurement to another. There are some ways to determine the reliability of the test. Number 1, test results. Administer the instrument, then administer it to the same group later. Correlate the two scores. I really don't like this technique. I think it's impractical and too time consuming. Number 2, equivalent forms. Have two forms of the instrument, administer form A to a group, then administer form B later. Correlate the two scores. I really don't like this technique. Number 3, split halves. Divide the instrument in half and calculate a correlation the halves. Number 4. Statistical calculation. There are several statistical procedures for determining internal consistency. Number 5. We typically use a statistical software program. SPSS, Statistical Fact for Social Scans, to determine internal consistency of an instrument. Okay, next, number 3, practicality. The third characteristic of a good test is in its practicality or usability. A test may be a highly reliable and valid instrument, but still be beyond of means or facilities. Furthermore, the test is practical if it is not expensive, stays within appropriate time constraints, is relatively easy to administer, and has a scoring or evaluation procedure that is specific and time efficient. There are 5 categories for the practical test. They are: number 1, the cost which is used is not too expensive. Number 2, it is easy to administer. Number 3, it is easy to score. Number 4, it is easy to interpret. Number 5, and the appropriate time which is used and it is not take long.
For authenticity, a fourth major principle of language testing is authenticity, a concept that is a little slippery to define, especially within the art and science of evaluating and designing tests. Authenticity is the degree of correspondence of the characteristic of a given language test task to the features of a target language text, and then suggests an agenda for identifying those target language tags and for transforming them into valid test items. These are the characteristics of authenticity. A. Use the natural language. B. Contextualizing of the text. C. Meaningful of the topic. D. Use thematic organization to the text items. E. Real-world text. Number 5. Flashback. Among language testing, flashback is the effect of the test on teaching and learning. In large scale of assessment, flashback is the effect is on terms of how the students prepare for the best.
That's the explanation for our group about principles of assessment. If there is an error, please forgive. Thank you.